Yeah, that's fair. I mean, I'm not very familiar with the city outside of January, February time.
Yeah. But during that time, like a lot of people go down.
Yeah.
Fold. Raise to 1,000. Fold. 3,000. Fold. Fold.
Andy with the Cowboys
9,000.
gets 3-bet by Jiang. And Andy is going to quickly put in a 4-bet. Jiang out of position here. But these guys are extremely deep. Jiang does not look like he's going to be folding.
28.
Raise.
Oh, baby. 28,000. 5-bet city. And now what does Andy do with 2 kings? Looks like he's just going to make the call, which I like. If you put in a 6-bet, then you're kind of narrowing your opponent's range down by a lot if they're going to continue against you. And not the flop. We're looking here for Andy. Jiang may have an opportunity now to make the bluff, but he's going to check. He's got the king-jack, so he thinks Andy's more likely to have a hand like ace-queen, ace-king. Pair of jacks now for Jiang. And Andy does have the king of spades. $56,800 in the pot as it stands. And it looks like Jiang wants to start betting here. 20K. And we're probably just going to see Andy make another call here after the flop went check, check.
10 seconds.
Gives a little spade check there. Do I have the king of spades? Oh yes, yes I do.
Adding time.
Not too much to think about here, I don't think. Yes, Jiang can have an ace quite a bit. But we can't really fold pocket kings to 1-bet here, especially because we've got the spade. But Andy is thinking long and hard about this one. Five-bet pot, $76,000 in the middle. $20,000 to call for Andy. And I'm not sure what he's really contemplating. I think the only option here is just call.
10 seconds.
Be shocked by a fold.
I see river.
Oh my. He does fold. Asked to see the river.
I don't know about that one. I don't know. Every pot's been that big so far.
Yeah.
I can't believe he folded to 1-bet there.
That I will also be in the booth for. I'll actually be at the tables for the first 2 hours of that before commentary starts, then hop into the booth. Hopefully I don't do anything too ridiculous so I don't have to criticize myself too much in the booth, but might happen. Yeah, Chuck, this was played 2 hours ago, confirmed. John with a 4-bet. Queens this time. This time his opponent's got the king 10 of hearts coming along. King 10, not a great hand to be calling 4-bets with in general. Often going to be very dominated. But we do know Jiang likes to mix it up, so not surprised to see him flip it in here. Very safe flop for the 2 red queens. A lot of backdoor stuff for the King 10 of hearts. Let's see what sizing Jiang goes with. Little under third pot. I would assume the King 10 of hearts is actually going to peel here. Just due to its backdoor equity and its 1 over. Might feel obligated to see a turn for this price. Although with Jiang, you never know. We've seen him mix it up quite a bit tonight. Sure enough, he does flip in the call. Ooh, there's that backdoor equity we're talking about. Hearts come in. Double flush draw board. The deuce fairly irrelevant in both players' ranges. Nobody's ever really going to have a 2 here. So we can pretty comfortably continue with our queens for value. Just a question of what sizing we want to use. It is nice to have the queen of hearts in our hand in this spot. Reduces the backdoor flush combinations of our opponent. Play Kong in the Play Koenig YouTube chat saying best poker stream he's seen. We appreciate that very much. Thank you. Please feel free to click that like button. Still a milky little bet here from Jiang. Doesn't feel like his hand needs much protection. Really up against just about as much equity as his opponent's ever going to have here with the overcard and the flush draw. Normally, Jiang's continuing range is going to have substantially less equity than this. Does make the call. Front door flush comes in, giving Jiang a pair. Not the best card for the queens, certainly not the worst. You're not overly worried about the flush at this point. It is prevalent, certainly. Well, now you're worried about it. Holy shit, Jiang has just ripped it again. This is interesting. I like this a little bit less than last time he made this kind of move, simply because I think he is going to be doing some check raising with his flush draws at some frequency on the flop. So we can take out a couple combos here. And the SPR is a little bit worse here. This bet is for well under pot, which means Jiang is just not going to be folding over pairs at a high frequency. He'd love to have one of these queens be a club. Wow, and he does let it go. Jiang just pulling every single move correctly tonight. Unbelievable. Wow.
Blinds.
Raise to 12. Fold. Fold. Fold.
And thank you guys for being so engaging in the chat today. Sebastian Law Firm, Jeff, Jean, Paul, Dirt, Mike, Brosefson, Silva Coast, one of the chat regs. What's up, Silva Coast? What's up, JD? And if you guys haven't just yet, please smash that like button. About 1,000 viewers in YouTube chat. How much we got up in the Twitch? We got about 500 in Twitch. And if you can, please smash that like button. Hit the subscribe button as well. It means a lot to us. We are about 2 likes away from 200 likes this evening. So you guys are killing it. So thank you very much. Continue to help Live at the Bike. The all-new Bally presents, that is. As Jiang here with 2 9s and Saya with the best hand, top pair.
People asking about the opening sizes. We got a straddle and a big blind ante in this game. So your opening sizes are going to be much larger than your normal game.
Front door flush smashes the turn. Saya's going to go into check mode. This pot is very ballooned to $20,000.
Can't find any reason to bet here. 2 9s with the 9 of spades. I think we have a pretty comfortable check back. Try to realize some of our equity in position. Jiang disagrees. He's going to take the aggressive route.
Yeah, I like this bet, especially if he goes with some smaller sizing. More for like a block bet against river leads from Saya.
Yep, trying to freeze the action on the river, certainly. I'm not sure if it's going to work against someone like Saya, but it does make this river very hard to lead on pretty much any card. So you're sort of figuring, hey, if I'm going to call 15,000 on the river, I might as well put the 8,000 in myself on the turn in position.
$36,450. Jiang with that 9 of spades. How often does he just want to now turn his hand into a bluff?
Saya 3-bet this pot, correct?
All of
Wow,
it!
that is, holy smokes. Not what I was expecting to happen here. They are getting at, what a game we have today, JJ. What a game. All of a sudden, there's 120,000 in the middle.
You are at the right place, right time here on Live at the Bike this evening if you like action.
Man, this is a bluffy looking line. It's pretty tough to hero up here with King 10, but this line reeks of what you were talking about. We just don't have that many value hands. That want to be overbet jamming here. I guess SPR is about 1. In reality, it's tough to tell. I think they're factoring that full 82,000 into the pot size here. So I think the SPR was just over 1 going into this river. Very tough call with King 10. You can tell, though, the Saya is on high alert here. Something just smells off about this line.
Let us know what you guys think. Predict the action with us. Will Saya call, fold, or you have no clue what's going to go on? Put your votes in. One thing I can say, Talo, is playing against someone like Jiang makes me very anxious at the table. There's a very unpredictable nature here.
Are you a table talker here? I noticed nobody really here other than Bill is in the spots. This is the type of spot where I would really be trying to get some information from my opponent. This is an unorthodox line. He absolutely might give something away here if you try to talk to him about his hand, how he's feeling, something like that. Just try to pick up really any read you can in this spot.
Some people in the chat thinks Saya's going to sniff this one out. Not an easy call.
Not an easy call. We would love to have that 10 of clubs be the 10 of spades. I mean, you would probably pay to have that be the 10 of spades in our hand. And wow, she does let it go. What a line by Jiang. There's a pot that I'm never winning, JJ. I am not trying to bluff out a king on the river after taking that line. Well done.
And then last year with my wife being pregnant, the year before that because of COVID, I didn't play too much poker.
Sure.
It's been like the least amount, but like from 2012 to beginning of 2020, I was completely jammed at the commerce or bicycle for way too many hours of my life. You know? So like if I'm on vacation, the last thing I want to do is go in a card room.
Yeah, no, I'm generally the same way. I've always had a pretty varied life, but I did always take a lot of poker chips like my first 10 or so years as a grinder, and I'd fly down to Texas and drive up to WinStar in Oklahoma and play the WinStar. I'd play in Florida, kind of play all over, play Missouri and Kansas games and stuff. So you can definitely get in good games if you're willing to travel, but of course there's expenses and time and inconvenience to travel. But yeah, there's definitely a lot of good poker opportunities in these other states aside from California and Vegas, no doubt. But it takes some work to get to it, though.
I can't justify it.
And here we have a 3-bet pot, and Berkey flopping top pair in a 3-bet pot.
Yeah.
Berkey with backdoor diamonds as well.
A losing problem.
On the surface, looks like a fairly easy give up from Jiang, but let's see if Jiang sees some removal to 10s and jacks and some overcards and some backdoor straight draw, sees the matrix and goes for it at a small frequency.
No doubt, he's got that Jack 10-9. They got the PLO runner straight and catch an 8 or a queen for an open ender. So obviously, you might think his overcards are good as well. So
and then to get unexcluded.
Berkey's not super deep behind, so that's kind of makes it a little bit tougher of a call. But he's going to play it as a check raise. Interesting.
I was like, nah, I don't
So
think
Jiang does see the matrix in this hand.
Okay, and then sign the paper and let me go.
Very interesting sizing, too, almost a min raise, too, as well. So, I mean, Berkey's not super deep stack, so he probably should be putting in a massive committing raise. But
No,
Very
yeah,
interesting.
I guess so. I think
Well,
it's,
it's
they're
sponsored.
employed by the star. Yeah.
Yeah, employed by the casino. There's a conflict of
so, yeah.
interest.
While I was excluded, I lost 400 grand. So it's just like the worst exclusion ever.
And that's going to be a card that if Jiang continues, Berkey's going to have to mash his stack in, most likely, now that he turns diamonds.
Just about a stack to pot ratio, just about one pretty much, so not much for Berkey to do here.
Although Berkey probably just comes along with the call.
Oh yeah, now that he's bet 6K into 20K, that makes the options a little more open for sure.
Can I have 2 random cards?
We
from
do
a
know
lucky
Berkey
couple
likes
handed?
big bets. I mean, once again, big bet Berkey. What's not to like a big bet once in a while? And he's just going to come along with the call. Biggest hand of the night so far, unfolding. If this pot reaches over 40K, you guys might have another freebie for the Bally play. .com/LATB.
He's going to use that ace as a bluff card. He's going to fire. He's going to put Berkey all in for his last 18K here.
Wow, and once again, big bet Berkey facing just random acts of aggression from Jiang. There's those beautiful $1,000 chips. And the immersive wall with the all in, you can hear a pin dropping
We might see a time chip exercised here. I'm thinking we'll see.
for sure. Maybe even 2. And what do you guys think in the chat? Put a 1 in the chat if you think Berkey's going to call 2 fold. 1 call, 2 folds. I'm curious to see what you guys think. Matt Berkey, he has his hand like he's going to muck. Although this could be looking for some sort of live read, I think, because the other session he was talking about live reads and this and that. Maybe even lets his opponent see his card. What do you guys think? 1 call, 2 fold. Let us know what's up.
Now Berkey bet 3K on the flop, and Jiang check raised to 7K, 3K to 7K. And the pot had 20K in it on the turn, and Jiang bet 6K into 20K. And now here we are on the river where Berkey had 17K left. Jiang puts them all in for this last 18K. It was about a little over half size of the pot. So,
I mean, Jiang is telling a story. He has 8-7, correct? He has a straight.
perhaps,
Check
yeah.
raise and open-ended, or a set.
He did a kind of milky check raise, small on the flop, so I think Berkey's maybe thinking his hand centered around something on the flop, which is interesting because Berkey also has a 9, so that does kind of mitigate some of the value hands that he could be repping on that flop with the check raise. But it's a very interesting hand, no doubt.
Remember, Berkey Adam is granted 5 time chips. He's already used 1. These time chips are worth a little something. Dan Zach, former owner, player of the year, said they're probably worth about 3 to 5 big blinds each in value.
That's very interesting. Leave it to Mr. Zach to can make some kind of calculation like
we had
that.
so many dumb conversations just hanging out about how much those time chips were worth at random moments, and we never pegged it. We said, I believe he said 3 to 5 or 2 to 5, and we never pegged it down. So those time chips are worth some EV, no doubt.
One of my favorite guys in poker. I can't wait to, when he comes back in town, maybe hop in the booth with him or watching him play and commentating. He's a true superstar of the game, and looking forward to seeing where his career leads in the coming years.
Yeah, he's getting married soon. All right, back to Dan Zach. We'll get back to you later. We gotta get to this hand.
Yeah.
Let us know in the chat. Still 1s and 2s. Let us know what's up.
Ooh.
Berkey live read.
Oh, there
let
we go.
it go.
Oh, he let it go.
Bluff, Jiang. Show a bluff.
Uh-oh.
This is the best.
That's so close to calling too.
I don't know how you
He
fold.
wasn't gonna do it. He wasn't gonna do it. He wasn't gonna show it. He wasn't gonna show. Oh, okay, I'll show it. I'll show it.